Welcome back, third graders. I am impressed with how ready you are to learn more words. Let's get right to it. Okay, so let's think of this next word and let's look at it because I bet this word is going to come up in some of your books. This word is shrieked. Say it with me, shrieked. Well, let's think a little bit about how we might solve this word. I might chunk it into 3 bits. There's something about when I see a big word and chunking it in like 3s seems to help me. Does it help you? Okay, so this is a really cool word because look, we have sure, right? We all know that. But then look at this chunk. I-E-K. If I were to think about what everybody says, if 2 vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. But check it out. It's not sure. This is where you have to be flexible. And I know that you learned that word solvers are very flexible. So when I chunk and I'm like still fumbling over a chunk, I'm very flexible on my sounds. So I go sure, shrite, doesn't sound right. Shh. Now I'm going to try the next vowel and I'm going to give it the long sound. Sh, eat. There's that t. Eat, shrieked, shrieked. Shrieked. Oh man. And of course, that would be a word that we're finding in mysteries because shrieked means scream with like this high pitch. Shrieked. Something scary is going on. Like in The Absent Author, when Ruth Rose, she shrieked when she found out Wallace Wallace was missing. Ah! All right, so if I say something and you would maybe shriek, say this, say, no. But if I say something that doesn't make, you don't think that shriek would be a good word to fit with that, then don't say anything at all. But be ready to turn and talk to your partner about why. All right, here we go. The students whispered in the library. Would you use the word shriek with that? No. Or turn and tell your partner. All right, here we go. You know what I'm noticing? I'm noticing that you guys are explaining like it's not about right or wrong, but you're really trying to think why do I think that? And that is the art of being a 3rd grade word scientist or reader or writer. And oh my gosh, you are writing opinions. So backing up what you say, whew, this is a skill that we use everywhere, right? In math, you have to back it up, back it up. Okay, so let's think of another, something else, shriek. Your mother walks in and your bedroom is completely clean and organized. No! Or she would not shriek. Think, think, think. Turn and tell your partner what you're thinking right now. Oh, I would love to be able to hear what you're saying. All right, come back to me. So here's the thing, okay? You could have said, my mother would have shrieked because my room is always a mess. And maybe she thought somebody stole me and cleaned up my room. Shriek, right? Or some of you said no, she would not scream or screech at all, or because I'm always organized and my room is always picked up. Hey, whatever works. Okay, let's try one more. The boy was surprised when his mom tapped him on the shoulder and he thought he was home alone. Hmm, would we hear shrieking? No. Or go ahead, turn and tell your partner what you're thinking. Well, I heard that some of you were saying, I would do a big shriek. I would have shrieked if somebody tapped me on the shoulder and I thought I was home alone. And if you didn't, then you probably said, I have nerves of steel and nothing scares me. Well, that's okay too. Okay, so think about those, some of the times in your life where you might have shrieked. Think about that and turn and tell your partner about some times where you're like, ah, something happened that made you shriek. Okay, let's come back together. So we have learned, or we're learning, the word impressed, shrieked, and now let's move on to likely. And this word likely is a word you probably are familiar with, and you're probably thinking it's an easier word to chunk, right? Because I know the word like, and then ly at the end of words sometimes says ly, likely. Okay. So likely just means like probably, like it's probably going to happen. So like in the absent author, Officer Fallon says it's most likely that Wallace Wallace missed his flight. Most likely. That's not what the kids were thinking, right? So likely means probably. Can you say the word likely? Likely. All right. Let's have some thinking time now about this word, when we would use it and when we would not. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready to talk to your partner? Great. So I'm going to say some things and you're going to think, would I use the word likely? And if I do, you say likely. If not, don't say anything at all. All right, here goes. Pigs are going to fly. Turn and tell your partner what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, I heard you guys chuckle a little bit because you know what? Probably not likely that pigs are going to fly. Okay, let's try this one. We are going to have another snow day. Hmm. Turn and tell your partner what you are hoping, I mean, thinking, and explain why. Okay, so some of you said it's more than likely that we will because we live in Maine and snow is part of our winter season and we're in the winter season. So most likely we'll have another snow day. How about this one? We are going to go out to recess today. Turn and tell your partner. Okay, so some of you said no because we already went out. It's not likely we're going to have another recess. But those of you who have not had recess yet, you're saying it is most likely that we're going to go out because the temperature is nice and that's part of our day. It's most likely going to happen. All right. So today we thought about the word shriek and likely. I'm wondering how likely it is for you to find some of these words in your reading. Hmm. I'm also wondering how likely it might be for you to use maybe some words in your opinions. Mm. Oh, I love to be impressed by all the work that you're doing. I will see you very soon.